hi, do you speak English? And he goes, no. And I'm like, okay, here comes sign language, because unfortunately I don't speak Spanish, at least not yet. This video you guys are about to see, I'm gonna show you how I got that little dog that's kind of feral. I mean, he's not, but he is. How I got him from there to walk on a leash, and it only took about 20 minutes. This is not a client, and this guy definitely didn't ask me to do this. I literally forced my way into his life. If you're new to my content, I'm a dog trainer. That's what I do. That's how I make a living. But I'm an animal rescue first. And you're about to see how I get myself into this kind of shit. Let's go. Come on. All right, woman, let's get to work. These are alleys behind our houses. I like to work a lot of my big dogs through some of these alleys because a lot of people have dogs in their backyards, and when they hear somebody coming through that alley, the dogs will light up, but I don't want the dogs reacting to the other dogs. So this is a way that I do some training with them and I proof them. And this is how we stumbled upon this little guy. I knew immediately this dog lived in the backyard full time. I've done this a bazillion times in this area. It's just not uncommon for these situations to be what they are. For whatever reason, I kept missing the owners. I knocked on that door, I can't tell you how many times, and I just couldn't get in touch with anybody. So I just focused on going to the back and working with the dog. This took a while to get him to the point where he actually took food out of my hands. And then finally, last week, not only did I see the husband in the front yard, but he had his back gate open and the little dog had came running out into the front yard. So it was like the heavens parted, and this was my moment. I was walking two of my little dogs, and I walked up to his driveway, and he's working on one of the cars, and I go knock knock, and he looks up, and I go, hi, do you speak English? And he goes, no. And I'm like, okay, here comes sign language, because unfortunately I don't speak Spanish, at least not yet. So I whip out my extra leash. I'm like, can I walk your dog? And he looked at me, and I go, can I walk your dog? Can I walk your dog? Can I walk? And then I just started walking towards him like a fucking psycho. And I'm like, yeah, come on, can I walk him? Let me walk your dog. And I just did that about 5 times, like really excited. And I kept pointing to his dog. And he finally looks at me and he goes, okay. I didn't know the little dog was gonna be this bananas on the leash, but this is how I worked him through it. So throughout this whole process, I get down to this little dog's level as often as I can. My body pressure and the spatial pressure is incredibly intimidating for any dog that's nervous, but especially a little dog like this. So watch right here, little tug, little tug, little tug, little tug, little tiny bumps on that leash. I don't want to put constant tension because he doesn't know what that leash pressure means, and it's incredibly nerve-wracking. You know, he freaks out. And then back there I have Ralphie and Ducky. This was an impromptu situation, so I just tied them to the fence right there. So he flips out, and then when he does, I face him and I lean down and I encourage him. I'm using a low tone and encouraging, come on, you got it. When people see this or they go to attempt to do this, if you have a nervous dog or a scared dog, the first thing you want to do is quit because you feel like you're hurting the dog. Oh my God, he hates it. Dogs like this, they don't know. You have to teach him. And the only way to teach them is to take your time. So when he flips out like that, I don't keep walking the other way. I turn around and I lean into it. I get low to the ground and then just do little tugs and call him towards me. That's all I want to do. I don't ever want to walk towards the dog. I don't want to put like all that pressure on him. I want him to come to me. That's how we're going to earn that trust. So that's why I'm doing little tiny tugs, little tiny bumps on the leash to get him to come towards me. And then once we get a good little repetition going on, then I can leave the driveway. So right here, I took my dogs home and now I just have the dog. And this was about another probably 10 or 15 minutes. So he's starting to learn to walk next to me. It still kind of trips him out, and then he looks up, he sees me, and he runs forward, darts to the end of the leash, has that panic again. So I lower to the ground, and I just keep doing this process over and over and over. And the full appointment for the two of us was maybe 20-ish minutes. And then he got it. He still needs a little work because he's scared of cars and, things startle him. But look at this guy. So much better. All of the skills that I use in this video are in my Leash Foundation course. And I get this question all the time. I've got a dog that's reactive, or a dog like this, reactive in this way. Will the Leash Foundation course be helpful for my reactive dog? Yeah, the thing is, like, you can't work with a dog like this on a leash if you don't have the foundation, and that's exactly what the course is. It's $20, it's 7 videos, it's yours forever. You can watch it and rewatch it, but you got to know how to work the leash. And once you understand how to work the leash, which is what I'm showing you here, then you can work a little dog through this kind of behavior, through reactivity. But that leash is your steering wheel. It's your device to communicate. If you haven't checked out that course, it's leashfoundation.com. I'll leave the link in the description, but let's keep going because you guys are going to want to see what happens next. This is not the last you're going to see of this little dog. The guy has been very, very kind and allows me to take the dog every single day. Anytime I go over, he never tells me no. He lets me walk the dog. As far as getting him surrendered, it's a very, very touchy subject. This is Hispanic culture. This is totally normal. This is how they live with their animals, and they don't see anything wrong with that. So if I were to come in and be like, hey, looks like your dog, could really use a bath and a haircut and it never gets outside. Can I take it for a walk? Do you need food? Can I help you? That is really offensive to people. And so that's why I always start with, can I walk your dog? And it is exhausting because it takes more out of my day, and it takes more away from things that I could be doing that were potentially, making money and making an income. But I've already touched the situation. Like, I already saw it. I'm not gonna walk by and leave that dog like that. I just wouldn't do that. And for those of you that are heartbroken over the situation, trust me, I know I'm with you. You can't imagine what it's like to have to return him every single day. I'm moving as fast as I can, given the circumstances of the situation. The peace of mind is just know I hate losing more than I actually like winning. I won't lose. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, about the content, about the situation, about the training, where that, how you see that all playing out. I want to hear your feedback. I want your input. And if you have suggestions, by all means, let me know. I really, really appreciate the suggestions. Last video, you guys gave me lots of new people to start following as far as dog trainers. And that's always helpful because there's not one size fits all for this kind of stuff. So if this video was helpful, if you liked it, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, do all those things. And lastly, remember you guys, if you want a better dog, don't give up. I'll see you guys in the next video. What do you guess? See how he does it?